that's done then. My goodness. I don't know, really, I'm kind of can't really express whether I'm worried or concerned or anxious about what's going to happen next, I mean, to be honest, it's been like a year and a half of my life on reporting on ULEZ, getting involved in an area that I don't normally get involved in, politics, going to events, doing interviews, covering this whole thing, writing a book. But it sort of culminated, really. It's culminated in this. And, it would be extraordinary, really. I mean, it would really, really be extraordinary if Sadiq Khan wins again. I know all the polls are saying that he's going to win again. Everybody thinks he's going to win again. But if you think about it, it's absolutely extraordinary because it will be a third term. Ken Livingstone did 2 terms. Boris Johnson did 2 terms. This will be a third term. That has not happened before. So that would be absolutely extraordinary. And at the end of the day, this is a democracy. If people vote for him, people vote for him. That's that. I wasn't planning to make this video, but I just came out of the polling station here in Kingsbury. Is the Kingsbury Library. Put my votes in, and I thought I'd just take a picture really and just say, look, I've done it. But now I've ended up talking about it. But it'll be interesting, and I still think that this is a referendum on motorists. I think that in terms of people talk about, oh, it's not just about ULEZ, it's not just about cars. There's so much more. Yes, of course there is. I mean, we've just had this terrible incident of somebody with a sword in Hainault, and we get news of stabbings and crime every single day. Crime is off the scale in London. Housing is a major problem. Cost of living is crippling everybody. There are tons and tons of problems. But the reality is, you say, well, these are the things that got to be considered. But to be honest, I don't think any of the candidates have any answer to any of those problems. I really don't. I don't think that. I think the problems are bigger than that. And, they all should be making certain steps or doing certain things to help that situation. But by and large, we're probably going to end up with the same end result. I don't think anything's going to massively change in those areas. But where I think that the biggest impact will be in automotive, will be in motoring, will be in owning and driving your own car and the freedom to be able to do that. Because I think that's where the key difference is between, what the current incumbent is doing and what the main rivals are opposing. There's no question that he will go further along the line of imposing more draconian restrictions on motorist cars and driving. We've seen, the unprecedented level of restrictions on cars and driving and parking and just, owning a car in London, just everything in terms of parking, in terms of ULEZ, in terms of congestion charging, in terms of the parking graduated costs, in terms of the traffic, in terms of higher insurance costs, cost of living. It's just absolutely bonkers, And I think that, if there's one thing that this election can affect, it's that. But anyway, this is what it is. So there you go, just a quick, we won't find out until Saturday, I believe. It'll take them 2 days, apparently. They'll start counting tomorrow. And apparently it'll take 2 days for them to come up with the results. So we won't find out the results of the elections until Saturday. So it's 48 hours of being quite anxious about the whole thing, really. But it feels like it's a culmination. To me, it feels like, this is it. I mean, after this point, I don't see what else can be done. I mean, if he wins, then that's democracy talking, and then that's what people want, and that's that, and, we can scream and shout and cry and warn people about, what might be coming or what might come ahead for them and how this might limit their liberties, their freedom of movement. But if people have decided, that's it, And if they choose otherwise, then that also will be quite extraordinary, but at least that will be like, okay, yes, there is an understanding of what is happening to you, and people have sent out that message. As I said in my previous video, it's all about sending a message. These elections aren't going to change anything, they're not going to fix anything, the result isn't going to alter anything tremendously, but it's about sending a message, similarly to what happened in the Uxbridge by-elections. Was that nearly a year ago? 2 months back anyway. It was September or something like that, I can't remember. You'll tell me, I'm sure. But it's about sending a message, and the key is, like, today, are we going to send a message? We won't know if we've done that until Saturday. So good luck, everyone. This is it. And see you on the other side, I guess.
Brown car guy, brown car guy. Check this out, guys. It's my book. It's my first novel, and it's written for car fans like you. It's a fun political action thriller. It's full of cool cars and spectacular action. Get your copy now at Amazon.com.